Welcome everyone! In this video I'm going to show you all the steps how to build a PVC box to protect your EV's charging cord so you can safely install it between two garage doors. For me, mounting the EV charger between the two garage doors, position the charger right where my car's charging port is located, and into the perfect location to bring the cord under the garage door to charge my daughter's EV where she parks outside. So if you have a similar layout and need, or just want to check out this cool project, let's go! I start by taking a measurement to see how long I want to have the PVC boards. I'm using 8 feet of this PVC composite white flat utility trim molding. I determined that I just basically want to cut the boards in half. So I mark the board, draw my line, and make my first cut. I place the two boards on the ground to get one end to match the other and carefully put the boards back on the miter saw table and make my cut, cutting them both to the exact same size. I'm bringing one of the boards over to see how it looks and if it fits. Next, I want to cut the top of the board at a similar angle that the connector gun sits at when it's in its gun cradle. So I estimate that angle with my angle finder and set my saw to that angle. I make the cut, hold it back up in place, and it looks good. So my next challenge is to get the boards to sit flush with the garage door tracks. But I have a plan for that you will see soon. I go back to the saw and cut the other board to match the angle I chose and hold it back up into place. Liking it again, I move the charging cable out of the way by putting it on a table. Next, I bust out the Dremel again to cut the tips of the bolts off that protrudes past the nuts. My plan is to conceal the nuts in the board by drilling a hole in the board, but not all the way through. The Dremel makes quick work of cutting the bolt tips off. Next, I want to mark the line where I want the top of the boards to be. So after determining the height, I use my level to mark the lines. Next, I take some old lipstick my wife donated to my DIY projects and put some on the nuts. I match the board to the line I drew and push the board against the nuts, marking my needed hole locations. Next, because I don't have a drill press or drill stop set, I pick a couple sockets to use as a drill depth limiter. Once I find the right combination, I set the drill bit where I want it and drill out the holes where the lipstick made the marks. I don't want to drill it all the way through, so I'm being careful not to mess it up. After baby wiping off the leftover lipstick, I go and try it out. I use a C-clamp to hold it in place and check out how it came out. I use a scrap board not to damage the PVC board with the C-clamp. Check it out. See how the nuts are concealed? The tracking bracket is flush with the PVC board. The striker plate is nice and tight to the PVC board with no gap. The track bracket also looks perfect, as tight as you possibly can get it. So I repeat everything for the second PVC board. I coat the nut with the lipstick, match the top of the board with the pencil line, press the board against the track and nut, give it a knock, and now I have my next hole marked. To align it easier, this time I start by drilling the hole first, then add the sockets to finish the drilling of the hole to the depth I need. After cleaning up the hole, I bring the board back over. I wipe the leftover lipstick off the nut and clamp it to the track. Again, using another piece of scrap board to protect the PVC board from the C-clamp squeezing it. Here's a shot how it came out, and now I'm going to show you how I'm going to connect the bottom of the box. Placing one of the sideboards between the saw blade and the fence to set the width I need, I then use the PVC board that I used to mount the charger and I cut a piece to that width. I bring it over to check it out and I like how it looks, so I take a measurement so I can cut it to length. I transfer that measurement to the board, draw my line, and saw it on my miter saw. It inserts perfectly between the two sideboards. Let me show you why I'm adding this bottom board. You see how this heavy charging cord can hit the garage door safety sensors, potentially misaligning them? Now I don't have to be careful of that every time I or someone else uses it. I take everything apart because I'm gonna paint this wall before I attach it to the tracks. After a quick cleanup, I tape everything up and I'm ready to paint. I shake the paint to mix it, pour some in a tray, and watch me paint in a flash. Painting the wall around the garage became another project within a project. But I know I'll be showing my EV chargers to neighbors, friends, and family, helping them understand about EVs and how to charge them. Time to finish the PVC box to protect the charging cord. I start by clamping the two side boards to one of my work tables. I want to sand the sharp edge down to complete the look I was going for. My belt sander makes quick work of it. This PVC board is so easy to work with, look how easy it is to sand. I give the rest of the board edges a sand to clean them up. When you sand these PVC boards, if they have any marks or imperfections, they come right out and the board looks perfectly white again. Take a look how smooth and clean it looks now. Alright guys, this is the final part of the project. I reclamped the sideboards to the garage door tracks. This will hold everything in place right to where I want it so I can install the fasteners. After a final push to make sure it's tight to the wall, it's ready for the screws. I add the screws through the holes that are already in the garage door tracks, right into the board. Right here, I had to use slightly longer screws because the bracket and the strike are between the track and the board. But all the rest, I just used the same size screw, and they go right into the PVC board with no problem. For the bottom of the board, I pick out the appropriate size nails and use my pneumatic nailer on a scrap piece of PVC board. I need to set the depth the nail goes into the board. So after shooting my first nail, I see I need to make an adjustment to the fastener depth control to back off the depth that the nail goes in. Now you can see the nail is sitting a little higher. I shoot a nail close to the edge, see how it blew out the side, so I have to be careful. Now that I have the right depth set, let's install the bottom board. After making sure everything is lined up, I shoot 4 nails in the corners, making sure I'm being careful I shoot straight. You can take a little caulk and fill in the nail holes. Next, I finally hang the charging cord on the gun cradle. I wind up the charging cord and holster the connector gun. Because I was moving the cord around during the install, I need to loosen and readjust the Velcro straps. I tighten them up, getting the cord neatly contained in the PVC box. Check out how it's now impossible for the cord to accidentally get caught in the garage doors. You have to make things safe for everybody that might use it behind you. Now that it's contained in a box, I feel great that I designed something that is now making it safe to use near 2 moving garage doors. Here's a shot so you can see how the painting of the wall around the garage doors came out. It only made sense to touch it up since I had the paint out. So that's it guys, how to come out. I hope this video gave you some ideas how to protect your charging cord if you want to mount your EV charger between 2 garage doors. It's so awesome to have your charging cord close right where you need it, especially for me. Because of my 30-mile commute to work and then back, I use it to charge my EV every day. Please remember to hit the thumbs up if you like this video, and be sure to subscribe to watch more home DIY videos just like this one. Put any questions in the comments, and maybe I can help you with your project. Click on any of these links on the screen to check out my other home DIY videos. One, I show you how to DIY hardwire install this Emporia charger, and the other how to run your EV charging cord under your garage door. Thanks again for watching. Bye everyone.